second down and 10. Receiver left, receiver near right side, I formation, rolling near side and looking. Good protection. Now running out of room, and he slips as he tried to redirect and take aim upfield. Svenhaugen goes down for a loss. Under the pressure, simply caught up to him, and he couldn't hold his balance and goes down at the 25-yard line. And that brings up third down with still about 14 needed. 3rd and 14. Wide receiver to the left, wide receivers to the near right side, man in motion. Back to pass and looking, little play action, and the run then by Svenhaugen. Didn't fool very many people. As he came back up into the line, he was met straight on, stood up and brought down. That looked like Blake Norris in on the stop for Warroad. And Norris now takes his position back in punt return as the Warroad defense comes up with a stop. And will get good field position for their offense after this exchange. Blake, here's the snap back and the approach and the kick. He kind of nubbed it along, kept it low, and almost didn't get any higher than any of the players on the field. It just simply did not have much of a chance to roll forward. And that goes as another 10-yard punt. So the last 2 punts going left to right have been for 10, one for 11 and one for 10, as the players try to make the adjustments for the wind blowing here today in Moorhead. The ball spotted down at the 40-yard line, and Warroad's offense has their best field position of the afternoon as they take over with 7:41 remaining and trailing 6-0. Out of the huddle, Virgil Lasnica comes wide now near side. He is a receiver, and Jack Jones has stepped in, has become the quarterback. So a change at that position here. Jack Jones now to throw as Lasnica becomes the throw two. Here's the handoff to the right side and a run from Gabi Boucher. Gabi Boucher works it out to the far side. He took a hit, kept on struggling to the sideline, and he finally stepped out inside the 34-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup there, and it's second down and 5 for Warroad. Six nothing. Tracy-Milroy Ballatin the early lead. Scoring with little amount of time remaining in the first quarter. The second quarter so far has been of that wind advantage starting to help out and take Warroad from one end to the other. Here's the play back to the near side. Nice run. Nice run opens up. Still on his feet and struggling. Getting loose and running. He's on his way, Warroad. Blake Norris is in for the touchdown. Blake Norris with a 33-yard run. He broke a tackle at the line, slipped out of another tackle at the second level, and then scampered all the way in, Blake Norris. And Warroad uses the big run play from Blake Norris to tie the game at 6. Time of the score, 7:24. And now the point after try. Warroad was able to step up and block the point after try by Tracy-Milroy on their touchdown. And it looks like Warroad is going to go for the 2-point conversion try. Jack Jones under center. Backs are split behind him. And as they step up to the line, a timeout taken by Warroad. And that is their final timeout here in the first half. And they will talk things over for this point after attempt with 7:24 to go in the first half. We're tied up. Warroad 6, Tracy-Milroy Ballatin 6. After the Warroad timeout, point after try coming for the Warriors as they again will look to convert on 2. And if the conversion is good, they will take the lead. Jack Jones under center. He'll go on the quarterback keeper as he pushes his way forward and pushes his way forward, waiting for the officials to give their signal. We saw players give their signal. But I think they say the play was down, or they've got a penalty that's been assessed. And so we didn't see the flag, but a whistle against Warroad on a false start will cost 5 yards, and they'll try it now from the 8-yard line. And game tied at 6. Warroad will try now from the 8-yard line. Jack Jones has come on in relief. Virgil Lasnica at quarterback here midway through the second quarter. 3 men in the backfield. Play action, leaning right, throwing left, and throwing incomplete. So, with perhaps a miscommunication in the play call, it comes up empty and we stay tied. With 7:24 to go in the first half, it's Warroad 6, Tracy-Milroy Ballatin 6.
We're tied at 6, the Panthers and the Warriors. Back deep to receive for.
So after being stymied through most of the first half, Warroad comes up with a run play from Blake Norris, covering 33 yards and a score, capping off a 45-yard scoring drive by the Warriors. The point after try was no good on an incomplete pass, and with that, it is all tied up at 6. We've already seen that on this spot of the field, it is almost impossible to keep the ball in play on the tee. And so with assistance from a teammate, it'll be spotted down, and the kickoff will come. Here's the approach, and is, again, very low and not very long, bouncing up, gathered in on the hop, scrambling for some room, comes back to the near side, then got tripped up. Tracy-Milroy's Christian Wendland took a shot, took a chance on it, pulled it out of the air, thought he had some room, danced his way loose, and then got tripped up just as he was ready to step forward. And from there, it's first down for Tracy-Milroy as they spot it down at the 27-yard line. It's first down from there. We're tied now at 6. With the whistle blowing, declaring the ball ready. Tracy-Milroy going left to right and into the wind. We knew that the wind was strong, but thought there was less of an advantage one way or the other. But we saw in the last possession where indeed there is a strong advantage to that team, which is going right to left. Punts that have been kicked into the wind have traveled no more than 11 yards. And so as a result, field position has been gained. And yet the adjustments have been made. We're tied at 6. Tracy-Milroy Ballatin now facing second down and 8. Down the line, here's the handoff. And again, a big run from the 35 to 40. Tracy-Milroy's Aiden Horner starting to put up some big numbers. Aiden Horner coming up with the run and a first down at the 47-yard line. 6:40 to go here in the first half, and game tied at 6 finds the Panthers now approaching midfield. Here's the snap back and down the line, and the option pitch to Aiden Horner. Does he have enough to get to the corner and turn upfield? He turned the corner but ran out of room at the sideline. Still managed a couple of yards And with that play stopped at the 49-yard line, it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers.
Brings up 2nd down and 8 for Tracy-Milroy.
Wide out left, wide out near right side, coming near side for Tracy-Milroy, Christian Wendland. I formation. Turn, handoff, fullback into the line, got stopped, ball came loose. Warroad thinks they've recovered, and they have. Warroad hit the tackle hard, the ball squirted loose, and the Warriors taking advantage will have a chance now to take advantage of a turnover, and it is 1st down for the Warriors. A strong run off the left side for Tracy-Milroy, and with the hit on the tackle, ball squirted loose. Warriors recover. Game tied at 6, and the Warriors have a chance now to turn the tide in the momentum of this game. It's 1st down at the Tracy-Milroy 48. 6:18 still to play first half. Here's the play down and another fumble. Jack Jones right into a pile of players. Ball squirted loose. I wonder if he didn't fall down onto it and keep the possession, but a loss of the play back at the 49-yard line. And Warroad with the recovery keeps possession, but now facing 2nd down and 13. Line to gain the 38-yard line. Line of scrimmage, Warroad's own 49. Wide receiver right. Short side of the field off the far right hash mark. Here's the turn. And the handoff, 2nd man in. Hole opens up, some room to go, and another fumble. And another recovery by the offensive team. So after recovering a fumble and taking it away from Tracy-Milroy, Warroad has fumbled on consecutive possessions only to see someone opportunistically jump on top and keep possession. 3rd down and 7. Ball resting at the 43-yard line. Jack Jones under center now, takes the snap, turns and hands off right side. Finding and picking his way through. Gabi Boucher is still on his feet and running. Gabi Boucher inside the 30, goes inside the 25-yard line and steps out of bounds near the 20. But a penalty flag has been thrown, and we can expect an illegal block or holding on the play off to the far side that sprung Boucher. And with the run, he is still on the ground or on the turf on the far side and will gain attention from the training staff. As Boucher broke loose twice of tackles, would-be tackles by Tracy-Milroy, and managed to work the ball nicely all the way to the 21-yard line. But the penalty comes back. It is against Warroad. And let's see where they spot it down. They've marked it all the way back to the 47-yard line. As the attention still being played to Gabi Boucher. He is very tentative about putting any pressure or any weight movement. And as he holds the tender spot around the knee area.
The call on the field was a clipping penalty.
And the penalty was clipping against Warroad. And that clipping penalty then, of course, eventually was to lead Boucher to a great gain, but it's all been nullified. And now he's being lifted onto his feet and being guided off to the far sideline. And right now he is able to walk without assistance, but slowly and gingerly. And every step he takes seems to be getting better. If things go the way we'd like to see, he'll be back. But not right away. He's very, very gingerly taking care of whatever it was that happened on that tackle. So the play comes down to the 4:50 mark. We're in the first half. Game tied at 6. Warroad in possession now, facing 3rd down and 9. Out of the huddle, Virgil Lesnicka becomes the wide receiver. Jack Jones takes the snap from under center. Handoff, second man. Here's a nice opening up. And to the near side, play advances forward. Blake Norris running from the tailback position out of the eye. Blake Norris there on the run.
Blake Norris, the ball carrier for Warroad.
And Blake Norris's run puts the ball down at the 36. That's a run for a first down. First downs have been rare for Warroad as they have scored on a big run play by Blake Norris, 33 yards. But now a little bit more consistent offensive drive, and the Warriors are back in business as they come to the near side, and it's Norris looking for some room. Struggling forward, he got stood up and is driven down, driven back. A short gain at the 36-yard line. Clock will continue to run as we are inside of 4 minutes now, closing in on 3.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Inside the 35, just outside the 34. And with the ball on this end of the field, continuing to roll around. See if we can catch one of the Tracy-Milroy players was being kind and attentive as he kept the ball where it was supposed to be. Here's a quick pitch out on the near side. And for Warroad, the run by Evan Grover. And he was caught and brought down. Grover just could not get to the corner. Great defensive pursuit along the far side by the Panthers to bring the play down at the 39-yard line. And on that loss, it brings up third down and now 14. Well, regardless of how this ends in the first half, Warroad has a chance to be hanging on to the football when we get down to that final minute. Game tied at 6 as they have it, third down and 14 at the 39-yard line of Tracy-Milroy Ballatin. Here's the snap back in the play action, then the handoff to the second man in. Didn't fool anybody on that play. Tracy-Milroy again read the play and brought it down. Off the very bottom of the pile, tackle made by Schaefer. A quick look along to the far side before Jack Jones trots onto the field, trailed by Virgil Lesnicka. They've got the play call. This play will get underway with less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Lesnicka wide out far right side. Jones stepping in under center. Here's the power I formation. Little play action, stepping back and throwing, and this one is overthrown. Boy, passing numbers so far today have not been sparkling. The wind is absolutely dominating play. Passes that are normally in vicinity to be caught are being sent wide or sent long or blown out of the direction. And on that incomplete pass, it is turned over on downs. That is first down now for Tracy-Milroy with 1:46 to go in the half. Game all tied up, 6 apiece. Now Tracy-Milroy out of the shotgun formation. Here's the turn and the look. And at the 40-yard line, ball came loose. Let's see which way it goes. Now it's back to Warroad. So hanging on to the football has been a constant affair here down the stretch of the second quarter. We've had about 5 tough fumbles, 2 of them of which have been the exchange. 3 of them have been recovered by the fumbling team, 2 have not. And now Warroad will try to take advantage of that loose ball turnover and step up to the line at the 40-yard line, just about where they were a moment ago. Hand off near side, looking for the hole. It's there. Blake Norris works his way forward. And Blake Norris goes all the way to the 30-yard line, very close to the first down marker. They'll spot him at the 31-yard line, so a very short yard needed to pick up another first down. 1:17 to go. Warroad out of the huddle. Tucker Sproles, wide out far right side. Back to pass. And looking off to the far side, this pass thrown by Lesnicka. And that one is overthrown. And another incomplete pass here this stopping the clock with 1:02 remaining.
third down and 1.
So with that incompletion, it's 3rd down and 1. Warroad has used their timeouts. Tracy-Milroy has used their timeouts. Here's the turn. Handoff. Lesnicka gives it off. Blake Norris has the first down as he was stopped at the 26.
Norris, the ball carrier.
And a quick
Good for a gain of 3 and a first down.
trip into the huddle as Warroad now sensing a chance to have the lead in the locker room. This play gets underway with less than 50 seconds remaining in the half. Lesnicka rolls right, looks. He's got his man. This one complete. Coming out of the backfield, pass caught by Matthew Hard. And as he looked for room, there simply wasn't very much to work with, and he's down near the 20-yard line. And so they will take a moment to set the ball up. Clock is running along. Hard on the reception. And it's 2nd down and 5. 19 seconds to go back to pass Lesnicka, and he goes down. He did a little play action move, tried to lean back and throw hard upfield and long upfield, but was caught, wrapped up, and brought down. And so with one more play coming, will they get it off in time? Clock is running down. And false start, I think, was the call against Warroad. And so that is one way to stop the clock. They needed to stop the clock. They weren't going to get the play off in time. And with 0.6 seconds to go, that 5 yards is not necessarily a heartbreak. It was a chance to get the play rerun, and it's just from 5 yards farther out. So with that call, they will have a chance to snap and put the ball in play with 0.4 seconds remaining. Now, I'm not even going to pretend that that was by design that it turned out that way, but it turned out that way. And here's the mark off to put it at the 35-yard line. Let's see what happens. Out of the I formation. And now they start the clock, and that runs out the time. So they did not need to put the ball in play, but rather as the ball was declared ready to play, the clock started, and that puts us into the locker room. A quick recap of that first half. In the first quarter, Aiden Horner, a 1-yard run, capping off a 48-yard drive. The extra point try was blocked, and it was 6-0 at the quarter break, Tracy-Milroy Ballantyne. Second quarter, with the wind changing hands, Warroad got a chance to take advantage of it. They had things moving in their way. The momentum was clearly in their direction in the second quarter. And then a big run by Blake Norris, 33 yards. And that capped off a 45-yard scoring drive. The pass for the 2-point conversion was incomplete. And as the teams are in the locker room, we're at halftime from Moorhead High School. In 2A football action, it's Tracy-Milroy Ballantyne 6, Warroad 6. Teams are on the field as we get ready for the third quarter. And the big decision for the teams was, with the wind as strong as it is, do we normally want to get the football to start the second half, or do we want to make sure that we have the wind at our back in the fourth quarter? And so with all of that in mind, Warroad will kick left to right and into the wind. The return will come here in the third quarter from Tracy-Milroy Ballatin. The score has the teams all battled up in a tie. It is 6-6 with Tracy-Milroy scoring in the first and Warroad scoring in the second. And as we noted at the end of that second quarter, Gabi Boucher was shaken on the play and after a nice run that was nullified because of penalty. And right now he is appears not to be ready to play in the third quarter, so we'll keep an eye on that. Here's a little pooch kick, and it is taken on the fly and collected in by Trayton Radke. And it almost appeared like an onside kick. It just simply was not kicked up into the wind. And anytime you kick in a direction of the wind like this, you want to keep it low and try to get as much forward movement as you can. And it was caught cleanly. And so with that, we're ready to go. Tracy-Milroy to start the third quarter. The play was down at the 37-yard line. That's where the drive begins. In motion to the far side, and then the handoff as he tries to get to the corner. The turn upfield by Aiden Horner. And as he got to the corner, turned upfield, but for just a short gain before he was brought down. Aiden Horner on the run. The stop was made at the 39-yard line, and from there it is second down and about 9. Quickly out of the huddle and up to the line comes Tracy-Milroy Ballatin as the Warroad defense digs in and waits. Here's the play on the near side, a leaping catch and hauled down, and now the run forward. Christian Wendland had to go high to pull that one in, but he hung on. A pass thrown just down within striking distance, and the run forward brings it out to the 46-yard line. Not quite enough for the first down, and it's 3rd and 1. A short yardage run situation here for Tracy-Milroy. Turn, handoff, first down is there. Aiden Horner works his way for the first down and is brought down not quite at midfield. They'll spot it at the 49-yard line.
Picks up 3 yards from the play, and that's a first down for Tracy-Milroy.
Tracy-Milroy first down to start the third quarter as they move with the wind at their back. Wide out to the far right side, I formation, turn, handoff, second man in. Nice hole opening up the offensive line for Tracy-Milroy, doing a nice job to open things up for Aiden Horner as he's having a big day running the football, and the ball gain of 5 yards on that last play down at the 46-yard line. Breaking huddle, Matt Munson goes wide out far right side, one of 3 receivers to the far right side. Noah Swenhaugen drops it. Then it's picked up by the back that was near him and safely picked up, but there was no room to run. And as Caden Anderson picked it up on the muff, the play is dropped for no gain, stays right at the 47-yard line, and now it's 3rd down. Line to gain inside the 42-yard line. A quick look at the sideline before the play comes onto the field, and there goes Christian Wendland, wide out, far right side. Shotgun formation for Swenhaugen. And he'll keep it himself. Swenhaugen, who normally hands off in a situation like that, kept it himself. Worked his way forward inside the 43. Not enough for the first down. And 4th and short coming now for the Panthers. They'll spot it down just inside the 43-yard line. So almost a full 2 yards needed. The shift. And everybody is there, and the handoff is loose, and they've got a big opening. Aiden Horner, he slipped through, and inside the 30 to the 25, down at the 23-yard line. Aiden Horner, as Tracy-Milroy went into a shift, it was apparent they were going to go to the short yardage offense, and with everybody standing, they did not go down to the 3-point stance, but standing, and safely it was put in play, and Aiden Horner gets the first down. To the air now, looking on the near side, and it's dropped. Pass thrown out to the near side for Matt Munson. It bounced off his hands, bounced off his knee pad into the turf where it is incomplete for second down. Just underway, third quarter, game stays tied at 6. Taking the opening kickoff, Tracy-Milroy has moved it deep into Warroad territory. Snap back and looking, spinning away Aiden Horner. He spun right into a tackle, and then he is flung aside as Warroad's Kyle Thompson simply handled him like a rag doll. And a loss on the play back to the 28-yard line. It is now third down. Third down and almost 15. Out of the huddle, Andrew Lavoie goes out far right side. Inside of him, Matt Munson. Here's the snap back, and Svenhaugen leaves it up for grabs, and this one is nearly caught. It slips through, nearly caught a second time. It falls incomplete, and now it's fourth down. Oh, they're going to say the pass was caught. The first time up, it slipped through the hands of the receiver. A second receiver was nearby. It appeared to, from our vantage point, that it had slipped through into the turf, but actually the official said no, that he had made the catch. But not quite enough. It's fourth down, or first down rather, and 10. It was good enough for the first down. They have not changed the yard or the down marker, so we were thrown for a loop just a bit there, but it is first and 10. Wide out, far right side, back to pass and looking. And this one is picked off. Interception out at the 23-yard line. All the way up across the 30 to the 35-yard line. And so with that play, interception.
Warroad takes over on the interception, first and 10.
Warroad getting the ball now on the interception.
From its own 33-yard line.
Turnover, pass interception, first down. Warroad going left to right here and into the wind here in the third quarter. After an early momentum favoring Tracy-Milroy in the first quarter, things have evened out. And Warroad is trying to take advantage of some things that have fallen their way as we play here in the third quarter. Game is tied at 6. We've got a false start indication against Warroad. That'll cost 5 yards. And they will mark it down from the 33 and put it down at the 28. It'll be first and 15 now for the Warriors. Both teams entered today's game with 2 wins and a loss. 2 games remaining on the regular season. Tracy-Milroy has games yet at Wabasso and Springfield. Warroad has games against Cass Lake, Bena, and Red Lake. And the handoff to the near side, sprinting in and then got stood up and brought down. Tracy-Milroy's Andrew Lavoie was there on the stop. Short gain after first and 15. It's now second down and 12. For the Warriors, ball resting just outside the 30-yard line. They would like nothing better than to just put the ball strongly upfield and be a time-consuming offense and then get the wind at their back in the second half. Meanwhile, with the wind at their back here in the third quarter, Tracy-Milroy looking for a stop to get good field position. And to the far side, a wrestling match going on the tackle. And the stop made for a loss back at the 25-yard line. We've seen some solid defensive play here by both teams. And as a result, a low-scoring 6-6 game here in the third. Closing in on the halfway mark of the third quarter. Off the far hash mark. The Warriors breaking huddle, facing third down and 15. Wide receiver on the far side of the field. Tight ends, both sides. Here's the turn and the handoff. Struggling to get across the 30 up near the 31-yard line.
Hard, the ball carrier.
Hard again on the stop, or making the play, making the run to the original line of scrimmage. So it's 4th and 10. Here's the snap back and the punt, a short punt into the wind. This will be from the 45-yard line where it bounces, but it gets a friendly roll forward to the 45, and that is a 14-yard punt into the wind. And anytime you're kicking left to right and into the northwest wind here at Jim Gota Stadium, it's a very difficult task. We've had punts of 10, 11, and now 14. And you almost saw, if that had not taken a forward roll, it would have been about a 9-yard punt. But it caught the turf and hit rolling forward, and the ball turned over now on downs. Tracy-Milroy Ballatin. Game tied at 6, moving into the far side of pass, is throwing long. He hooked up, trying to hook up on the far side. His receiver out of the backfield just couldn't get to that in time. 5:22 remaining. The Panthers taking a look to the near side for the play call. We noted earlier, was brought to our attention earlier, a lot of the things that you like to keep on hand on your sideline were being thrown around by the wind here today. And so they've been simply removed from that point on. Svenhaugen on the run to the near side, cut from behind at the 30. He's got the first down. Finally tracked down by Jace Thompson of Warroad, but a nice run coming out of the backfield for the first down at the 30-yard line, and the Chains move on. A quick visit in the huddle before Noah Svenhaugen. Out of the pistol formation, back to pass and throwing. He's got his man wide open at the 20. He's there for the catch and the run after to the 15-yard line. A 15-yard pass and run. And it's first down for Tracy-Milroy, now threatening as they are inside the red zone. Matt Munson with the play as they reset their offense after a short huddle. Taking a look left and then right, Noah Svenhaugen. Hands off on the near side, looking for the corner. He's got a key block, and he angles for the near side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Tracy-Milroy has regained the lead.
Touchdown scamper by number 22, Aiden Horner.
Aiden Horner comes up with another score, another big run and score. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And so the Panthers regain the lead with that touchdown coming at the 4:36 mark. And a two-point conversion try coming now for Tracy-Milroy. Here's Aiden Horner. He takes the snap. He's looking for room. He wants to throw. He's dancing his way around. He gets caught, and he got wrapped up and is brought down. So good pursuit by Warroad's Jace Thompson, who is having a big afternoon defending for the Warriors. He catches up to Aiden Horner, who brings the play down, and on the stop, it is no good. So with 4:36 to go in the third quarter, it's now Tracy-Milroy Ballatin 12 and Warroad 6. .436 remaining. Aiden Horner with a touchdown run just a moment ago, but the two-point conversion failed. And so Tracy-Milroy now with a 12-6 lead and kicking off. A soft approach to it, but a good leg drives it up the middle of the field. A line drive catch made at the 12, and here's the return to the 15, to the 20, and then a nice open field tackle. Oh my, breaking through, crashing in on the plate, tripping it up and bringing it down, keeping the return to a minimum. And see if we can't identify the player on the far side. So far he's looking in the wrong direction. We'd certainly like to identify. And so with that goal, the tackle giving credit to Caden Johnson off the special teams who got there and tripped the play up just as he was ready to break loose. Caden Johnson preventing a long return. And so the defense digs in now for Tracy-Milroy as the offensive setup for Warroad as they head into the wind, trailing now 12-6. And there's the handoff. Blake Norris. Nice run up across the 30. Blake Norris on the carry to the 31-yard line. Give him a credit of 6 yards, and it's second down and 4. 4:12 remaining. Third quarter action here. Closely played, hard fought. 12-6. Tracy-Milroy with the lead. Warroad with the football. Wide out near right side. The turn and the handoff. And some room there. Virgil Lesnicka has returned to quarterback. Lesnicka started today, played the first quarter. Jack Jones came on and played the second. They rotated in and out, Lesnicka and Jones, depending on game situation. And so here in the third quarter, Lesnicka steps under center. Full house backfield. Handoff back to the near side. A short gain down at the 31-yard line. Gain of 1, leaving second down and 9. Out of the huddle, Tucker Sproles goes wide out, far left side. On the full house, under center, here's the turn. It was stopped, but he broke away from the tackle.
Number 22, Blake Norris, the ball carrier.
Norris given credit for the run on that play. All the way to the 40-yard line where it's third down. Still 6 yards needed. The line to gain the 46-yard line. Wide receiver, far left side. Lesnicka under center. Here's the turn and the handoff. Blake Norris got stood up, got spun around, got stopped. And this tough defense of Tracy-Milroy just not allowing much to happen here at the line of scrimmage today. They've been very stingy. And Blake Norris stopped, and it leaves Warroad now with fourth down.
Brings up fourth down, 5 yards to go.
One of the Tracy-Milroy players thought it was his turn out. He comes to the sideline. Coach says, no, you're in, and you play. And so Nick Wilhite regains his position. Here's the snap back, and it's a low kick, and it's a line drive kick, and the return from the 40, 45 into midfield, still on his feet. And a nice scrambling run by Aiden Horner. He's absolutely a dangerous runner, whether it be at the line of scrimmage or on returns, but at his point of turning upfield, a penalty flag comes off the turf. See if we can get the indication from the referee before as he makes the call. It'll be on the return. And so with that holding penalty coming up, it'll take the ball inside the 35, and they're going to spot it down inside the 34-yard line. Tracy-Milroy has gained the lead here in the third quarter. Now get the ball back, and it's first down at their own 34 with 1:26 to go. Quickly played here, third quarter.
From its own 34-yard line.
Out of the Wildcat, here's the look into the near side. Aiden Horner goes down at the 35-yard line. Just did get back to the line of scrimmage. Horner, no gain, second down and 10.
Picks up 1 yard. Second and 9.
Rotative players for Warroad as they shuffle players in and out. This game situation has it second and long. This play will get underway with less than a minute to go in the third quarter. A look up, a look down. Noah Swanhagen now steps up to take the snap. Looking upfield, he's flushed out of the pocket, still scrambling. Looking off to the far side and then throws it towards an intended receiver with very little chance of it being completed. He was running to the right, trying to throw off the back heel and didn't get much on it, just simply could not. And the incompletion stops play with 47 seconds to go and brings the ball back to the 35-yard line where it's now third down for Tracy-Milroy. Tight end on the far side for Tracy-Milroy, Trayton Radke. Wide receiver on the near side, man in motion. Off to the far side goes Matt Munson. Back to pass and throwing. This one's up for grabs, and it's caught. High in the air, Christian Wendland was there. And now, well, you're going to say it was incomplete. He came down. I don't think he had the ball in possession when it came down and hit the turf and bounced away. So it will be ruled as incomplete. It looked like he made a spectacular catch with the jump into the air to pull it down. But as he came down, the ball squirted loose. There's no argument along the way, and it's fourth down and 10. Tracy-Milroy to kick away with 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds with the wind favoring their offense to a 12-6 advantage. And here's the snap back. It's off to the side, and the flag comes down. He was able to get the kick away, and that punt by Jared Ankrum, it was dangerously close, and he got run into as he got the kick away. Now, normally, if you've touched the ball along the way, they're going to call a personal foul, running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. There's a difference. But regardless of that, it's first down, and Tracy-Milroy catches a break.
That's a 15-yard penalty on the Warriors.
The big penalty. So on this drive, first to move back, and now you move forward, and the ball is up near midfield.
First down for Tracy-Milroy.
They've spotted it at the 50-yard line. Tracy-Milroy able to keep possession here with 29 seconds to go. Leading at 12-6. A chance to drive upfield with the wind at their back, coming close to an end. And before the play gets underway, Warroad takes a timeout. They stop play. 28 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tracy-Milroy, Ballatin 12, Warroad 6. So after the timeout call, it's first and 10, Tracy-Milroy right at midfield. Time running short here in the third quarter, 28 seconds remaining. Here's the turn and the handoff. Aiden Horner stumbled a bit, but he got to the corner and turns upfield. He's got a big run. He's inside the 35 to the 30 and all the way down to about the 31-yard line. And once again, it's Aiden Horner who turns on the Jets and picks up a first down deep now into Warroad territory as they will spot it at the 25-yard line. And if they hurry, they'll have a chance to get one more play before the end of the quarter as we run it down now from 7. The snap is back and in play to the near side, caught from behind. Nearly was able to, nearly got bumped from behind hard, but was able to hang on, and that play ends the third quarter. So we head to the fourth quarter, and we'll switch ends after 3 quarters of play here in Moorhead. It is Tracy-Milroy, Ballatin 12, Warroad 6. As we turn it around to start the fourth quarter, Tracy-Milroy now defending, or offending rather. They had it left to right and into the wind. And on the turn, nothing left, comes back near side. Blake Norris comes up with the stop off his linebacking position. Anderson on the carry, Norris on the stop. Short gain of about 2, and it's third down. Let's make it a 3-yard gain, and 3rd and 7 now coming up. Line to gain the 16-yard line. Just underway, fourth quarter. Tracy-Milroy trying to put some distance between them and Warroad here. Warroad's damage on the scoreboard has come when they've had the wind at their back. Here's the play to the near side. Big hit delivered. But Aiden Horner managed to shrug it off and move forward. The initial hit made by Kyle Thompson. But Horner was able to work his way to about the 20-yard line. And it's fourth down.
4th down and 4 for Tracy-Milroy.
4th down and 4. So with that play called at the sideline, Noah Swanhagen steps under center. Sends a receiver wide, far left, and a wide receiver to the near side. Dropping back and looking in one direction only. It is there. It is caught by Trayton Radke. He struggles his way loose, and he struggles his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, it wasn't a fluid play, but it certainly was effective as 6 more go on the board. Trayton Radke high in the air to make the catch. Slipped out of one tackle, headed forward, slipped out of another, and stepped across into the end zone for the score. Trayton Radke.
Pass complete for a Tracy-Milroy touchdown.
Now the point after. Crucial play for Tracy-Milroy to start the fourth quarter. And now the 2-point conversion try from Noah Svanhagen. Rolling to the near side, looking and throwing. He drops it up, and the catch is made, but on the field, and he's down there, so incomplete. We have not had a completed point after try here either way this afternoon, and with that one dropping to the turf, we've got a break. 10:33 to go, fourth quarter. From Moorhead, it is Tracy-Milroy now 18 and Warroad 6.
And with 10:30.
6 lead with 3:19 to go. Here's the kick end over end. It stalls a bit, then it came down and is picked up. Warroad's Cole Spence heads up across the 40 to about the 42, struggling for position, still on at the 43-yard line, and that's where this drive will begin for Warroad.
Ball returned by number 9, Cole.
Coming into the game, both teams with 2 wins and a single loss. And after today, both teams have 2 games remaining on their schedule. Warroad has games against Cass Lake, Bena, and Red Lake, while Tracy-Milroy will be on the road with a contest at Wabasso and then closing out the season at Springfield. Warroad at their own 43-yard line, trailing 24-6. This play will be underway at the 3:07 mark here in the fourth quarter. Here's the signal and the play on the run. Struggled out of a tackle, crossing over the 45 to the 46-yard line, play down there. Evan Grover.
Ball carrier number 22, Aiden Horner.
Aiden Horner on the run, Evan Grover on the tackle, or correction, the other way around. And so with that, it is 2nd down and 7. Back to pass, Lesnica. Incomplete along the far sideline. Again, a pass that was thrown down and away from the intended receiver. Trayton Radke simply just could not get there. Warroad breaks huddle. Kyle Kornloff goes wide out far right side. Under center, Lesnica. Play comes near side, and the run defense is there for the stop. 3 tacklers from Tracy-Milroy in to put the play down for minus yardage at the 44-yard line, and that sets up 4th down and 9.
Stepped at the line of scrimmage, no gain, brings up 4th down.
Clock is winding its way along here with 2:10 to go. Hard-fought battle here this afternoon in Moorhead between Tracy-Milroy with the lead and Warroad. Game into play because of our current health conditions around the country. And this spot was available. The 2 teams agreed, and here we are. On 4th down, it is a time to punt. And with the wind at his back, we will take a timeout by Warroad. That stops play, and we will return. Still 1:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's Tracy-Milroy 24 and Warroad 6. Warroad comes rolling back onto the field. They're facing a 4th down play here. They need 9 yards to keep this particular drive going, but time is certainly of essence here with 1:39 and trailing 24-6. And so out of the huddle. Will they try a short kick and pooch it forward, get a friendly roll? They'll take it from under center. Here's the roll to the right side by Lesnica. He steps up and throws. He's throwing deep. He's got his man, and it is tipped away. Good defensive play on the far side. There were 3 defenders there. The tallest of the 3 was able to jump up and swat the pass away. As that one was a perfectly intended strike throw, but the defense got there in time to leap up and swat it, and the incompletion turns the ball over on downs, and Tracy-Milroy appears headed for their 3rd win of the season with 1:32 to go, as they come out and expect them to put the ball on the turf and let the clock run. Some personnel adjustments along the way here as we head up. Tracy-Milroy at the Warroad 45-yard line. The handoff from John Erbs to the left side to about the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play sets up 2nd down and 5.
Actually closer to 5, so it brings up 2nd and 5 for Tracy-Milroy.
Tracy-Milroy out of the huddle. Wide receiver on the near right side. And here's the play from John Erbs. And the handoff goes straight forward. Short yardage there. There are 9 seconds now between game clock and play clock, and so they must put the ball in play at least one more time, and then they can let the clock run down. Early momentum favored Tracy-Milroy in the first quarter, but it took until the final moment of play before Aiden Horner scored. And then the momentum switched over to Warroad, and they got a touchdown run from Blake Norris. We were tied at 6 at the half. Here's the play. Tracy-Milroy's Alexander Shue works it off to the far side, and that brings us down to the 10-second mark, and they'll watch the clock run down as a strong second half performance by Tracy-Milroy's defense, and then the execution of the offense good enough to put a couple of more on the board, and the game has been declared. Our final score, let's take a look at the scoring first. Aiden Horner, 6-0. Tracy-Milroy. Blake Norris, Warroad, game tied at the half, 6-6. Aiden Horner getting his 2nd touchdown. And midway through the 3rd quarter, 12-6 Tracy-Milroy. And then a pass complete near the end zone by Trayton Radke, who stepped in for the score, was 18-6. Aiden Horner got his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon at the 3:19 mark, accounting for our final score. And with that, we bid you adieu here tonight from the campus of Moorhead High School in Moorhead. Our final score in 2A Minnesota football action, Tracy-Milroy, Ballatin 24, and Warroad 6.